YouTube, we're back with another video. It's show weekend. You would have guessed from the title, it's Rahk's show weekend. So if you was there last week, you would have seen the shoot in Birmingham, which was a very, very good day. Tash wasn't there for that, unfortunately. She couldn't make it. Why couldn't you be there again?
I had working calls.
Yeah, cool. So Tash was on call, so she couldn't be there. But yeah, she's coming to the show weekend, which is good. We just finished a session at Ultraflex in Derby because that is nearer to rugby. So what we've done, stayed at my mum and dad's overnight in Nottingham, and then we've got all the stuff there which we need to go back and get now. And then yeah, gonna get back there, pack the stuff, get to rugby, get to the Airbnb, and then yeah, just see how Rahk is looking. So he sent through some pictures now. Obviously the process today is about drying him out because he's on tomorrow, which we will be recording for this video, so obviously it's going to be a little bit longer. But yeah, we're just thinking about, like, now it's just bringing the best look possible, and today is all about getting off every single bit of, well, as much extracellular fluid as we can. Over the course of the past 28 weeks, it's been a case of just pulling body fat off without many breaks. So the issue,
he's putting a shift in
he's putting a very big shift.
He's lost double the amount of weight which people normally lose.
Yeah, normally people lose on a prep
about 20 kilos or 15 kilos.
Normally on a prep people lose about 15-20 kilos.
Yeah,
he's
20
lost
at a push, actually.
20's, yeah, 20's like the most generally what people would lose. He lost 33 or 34 kilos.
I think it's 40.
No, so so before me,
right.
It was 121 kilos.
Oh, I thought
He's fucking put a shift in, and I've seen, like, in terms of how he looks, it's incredible. Yeah, is it going to be a physique that wins this weekend? No, but that's not what we're there to do, to be honest. I know there's going to be people out there that are like, oh, don't you compete to win? Of course you fucking do. But at the same time, competing for him was an opportunity to really fucking dial in and have a target and have a goal that's so big, that means so much, that he's willing to do absolutely anything to get as lean as he physically can. Bearing in mind, he'd never been lean before. So what we've done over this prep is incredible. And yeah, over this weekend, what we're going to do is document the full thing, how we get on, what we do, how Rahk is feeling, and yeah. So if you haven't already, make sure you like the video. If you don't subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. We're in the gaff.
We're there.
We've got Rahk right at the back. We're going to do an in-person check-in in a second. Obviously, all meals are done now. All meals are done. It's currently 4 p.m. We're not eating anymore. Rahk is not eating any more food, but what I'll do... it's just a part of the process. The game is the game.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. But yeah, we're going to have a look over him in a minute. But for now, have a little look round. The gaff is in the ghetto, but the gaff is actually quite nice. Yeah, this is actually quite nice.
I'm surprised with it.
Yeah, it's really, really nice.
I'm happy with it.
Apart from the rat that was just in the back garden. But you know what?
Yeah.
Just forget about...
Outside, not inside.
Exactly, that's outside. They don't need to get inside.
Let's hope it's not inside.
Oh, fucking hope not. Right. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pass you over to Nordeshe and just face it on me. The camera might move a little bit, hopefully it don't, and then we can show you around the accommodation. So, this is where we are staying. This is the gaff. I feel like this is MTV Cribs.
Literally.
For the living room.
Yeah.
So we've got a nice 40-inch, I don't know what it is.
Is it 40 inch?
I don't know, I'm guessing.
It does look
42-inch TV. We've got a nice little settee. We've got a good conservatory with a nice little table where we're going to be sitting and having a meal whilst Rahk is watching. And yeah, this is obviously the street that we're on. Just hoping my bonnet don't get nicked. I'm hoping the bonnet don't get nicked. But to be honest, I'm surprised this gaff is really nice. Huh? Is it focused?
Yeah.
I'm just doing a little MTV Cribs. It's alright, we're good. Oh, she's getting... Oh, so T, she's here. This is bedroom 1. I'm assuming this is going to be yours and Rahk's bedroom, yeah?
Who picked it? Yeah, not me.
Yes.
Sorry.
It looks same. And then this is going to be our bedroom.
Literally.
Oh, TV's big in there as well. But to be honest, this is really nice. Where's the camera on? Yeah, it's really nice. Can't really complain at this, to be fair. The area just is what it is. But to be honest, I think it was like 33 £33.75 each. So £150 for the night. Not bad at all. But yeah, what we're going to do now, we're going to go and have a look over Raheem, see how he's looking after 3 meals. And yeah, we can take it from there. But how we are going to approach now is for the rest of the day, keep having a little eye over him, keep having a look over him, see how he develops across the day, and potentially use peak max a little bit more if we need to strip any more fluid off, any more water off. But yeah, why am I out of breath going up the stairs? Like I don't do the Stairmaster every day pretty much. My string is on. Yeah, that few. Yeah. So we're going to look over Raheem again. He's going to be checking in outside. So we've had a little bit of a little bit of time. How long has it been since you last checked in? What time is it?
Like 2 hours.
So 2 hours. So
Hour and a half. Sorry.
yeah. So we had a little look over him when we initially got here, but now food has gone down now. It's been a couple of it's probably been 2 hours since he last drank water as well. So yeah, going to see what his body's doing, how it's responded, and yeah, just see how he's looking now. So obviously from this point onwards, there is no more food until tomorrow, which is probably that's the hardest bit. But at the same time, I know he's not necessarily going to be as hungry as today, purely because the show is tomorrow. So your mind is occupied on the fact that you're competing. So yeah, today is just about now chilling. We ain't going to be doing anything else until later on, where we're going to have food. Raheem's just going to chill, and yeah, now it's just about getting him ready and looking the best he physically can for tomorrow. So yeah, we're going to go and have a look at. Yeah, he's back now. We're going to go have a look at him outside, see how he's looking, and yeah, take it from there.
So I figured out a little bit how to get this quad to turn on.
So I'll point the drum so it can fall a little bit more. Yeah. You know, in natural lighting, it's always one of them where it's like, it's always going to be the most unflattering, yeah. That's it. Yeah, now you're on. Yeah, there we go. Quarter turn. Because when you're on stage, it's different. It's all drop down lighting. So that's when everything, you know, when you're in Ultraflex, in the posing room, and then it looks sick. Yeah. That's pretty much like when you're on stage. That's kind of the lighting when you was on stage. I don't know, innit? Yeah, your legs are on. To be fair. Chest is on. Yeah.
I'm getting some sick photos here.
It's the balance in it. Don't.
Do you know what though?
You know what
In
it is
there, I
as
was
well?
fine.
It is, your foot is like directly behind. Yeah. You're going to be off balance. It needs to be an element of. You need to have a bigger foundation.
Yeah, slightly behind.
Slightly behind, so you've got that foundation there. Yeah, in terms of like the reveals, I hate it when I see people trying to do a slow reverse. Because a slow reverse for me, it does make sense, but at the same time, from a psychological standpoint, it doesn't make sense because all you're doing is you're slowly stepping out of a depleted state, a heavy deficit, and keeping yourself in a deficit. When the best thing you can do is get out of the deficit, go up to maintenance, and your maintenance probably will be maintenance. Initially, you'll put on a lot of weight regardless because obviously higher food, water's going back in, but there'll come a point where you'll just hold, and then we can slowly build the calories up. Yeah, exactly. But expect with obviously the additional food that you're going to have on top of your baseline, because let's be honest, you're going to have food on top of your baseline. I'm going to make that clear because it's going to happen. You're going to get to the end of the day, it's not going to be, you're not prepping for anything anymore, and you're just going to be sitting there going, food, what do I do? So this is where we're going to go, right, have a couple of low calorie things in place in your cupboards, ready for you to just go, I'm going to have that, I'm going to get that, slap yourself out of it. Because I'd hate for me to say, yeah, you're on prep now for the next 3 weeks. Even if you weren't going away, for example. Yeah. Because it ain't going to happen.
Do you know what? I think that approach is probably better suited for people who completely want to do bodybuilding and that is it.
Yeah.
They have nothing else that they want to do in life.
Do you know why it's why I know people use that approach? And it obviously is a good approach, yeah? I do say it's a good approach.
It
because
is.
the reason being is your body, after competing and being so depleted, is in a very depleted state, sensitive state. So when you step out of that show, when you start implementing increasing more food, your body will be so responsive, your stomach and your digestion will be so responsive, your gut will be responsive, and you'll start to feel, if you put in a fuckload of food initially, it's going to feel rough. Yeah? So the reason for being on prep and slowly increasing your food over time is to just slowly get your gut and your digestion used to a bit more food.
Yeah, of course. It makes sense. The thing is, both sides make sense. Man.
Both sides make sense. For me, from a psychological standpoint, after prepping, I would hate to feel like I'm on prep after prep. What the fuck am I feeling so shit for when I've just competed? Yeah,
exactly.
I won't be able to do it. I'll be totally honest. I would not be able to do prep after prep. Yeah, unless obviously I've got another show lined up.
Makes sense.
That's a different story because you're still on prep.
Exactly.
But physically,
but after you finish prep,
you're done. So at that point, let's just have the food in a controlled manner and make sure we don't eat like a fucking dickhead. Which I think you're going to have moments of being a dickhead, and that's fine. Yeah, because you've gone from eating where you were, your start point, eating whatever you want, to prepping, structured, eating the same shit day in, day out. You've had 3 days off, which was already pre-planned, and that was 25 weeks ago. That was 24, 25 weeks ago. So in that case, you're going to be like, wow, I've got a bit more freedom again. So there's going to be moments of, oh, let me just have a little bit more in it. Even if right now you're saying, nah, I'm going to be sound, there will be moments where you're just like, you can't control it. But then the only thing that can stop you from doing that is just bearing in mind that it's okay to be a bit of a dickhead, but not to the point where you're trying to overconsume to fill a void when there's no void you can fill.
You can't fill it.
You'll feel naturally better from just eating more, but you won't feel full. That's the thing. Just look to feel better, more energized, rather than full.
Special, feeling better in the gym, better, just life-wise, just feeling more alive.
Just present. Just feel more present. You've got more to give to work. You've got more to give to your coaching. You've got more to give to just fucking tea.
Exactly.
So
that's the most important thing. Tea, your mum. Empty people, I've given no time to.
This sport is selfish.
It is selfish.
It's a selfish sport. It's a selfish road. But there's a reason. Any sport really is like, when you actually, like obviously if you get to the highest levels of sport in terms of anything, in terms of football, I'm not saying we're doing a high level thing. We're not. But at the same time, bodybuilding is different to just amateur level of other sports. Bodybuilding is one of them where it's like, whether you're an amateur or a pro,
it's the same level of dedication.
Same level, unless you don't want that dedication, then that's on the person, they're just not ready to prep. But for you just relax, you're fucking always willing to do everything. And in that case, there is no distractions. There is no distractions. You're just lucky that you've got the right people around you, support network to
help that
get you through, rather than having people around you that don't support that.
fucking
Tom's
raincoat
got
on.
a-
This ain't gonna do shit.
I wore it this morning for my walk and I got a piss where it crept through. And I have a really like big comfy parka jacket at home with a hood and it's not him. So is this Rakeem's or T's?
Huh?
Is this Rakeem's?
Rakeem's.
Yeah. Well, I would have guessed with this. But yeah, we're on our way now. So yeah, 40 minutes away.
Bosh.
Bosh.
Are you ready?
Bosh.
Hey? The team.
We are here too late.
At Ben Hall now, so we're gonna get Rakeem gonna get him checked in. I ain't got a ticket still, so I'm gonna wait until later on to see if we can get some tickets in a bit when people start leaving. But yeah, exciting. Let's get him checked in, get his number, and get him chilling out. Rakeem, we're gonna have some more chicken in a minute with a little bit of dark chocolate. And then yeah, so 11 o'clock now. I'm assuming did they kind of roughly say when you're gonna be on? No. Right.
So I'm gonna go see if I can get like a.
We're just gonna go by classes. So you say you're 8 classes in, yeah? You're 8 classes in, yeah. Right. So what we'll do?
No, yeah, it's a 7. Then
Right. So we'll have a little bit of chicken soon, yeah. A little bit of dark chocolate, and pretty much pro fat up until we get to a point where it's an hour and a half out. So you'll know when you're an hour and a half out, and they'll call you class. Yeah. 11 o'clock. A few hours till we actually get on stage. Tired and cramping. Lack of salt. You need some salt.
I go on stage now.
Huh? Well, I hope not, because I ain't got a fucking ticket.
Huh?
I hope not, because I ain't got a ticket.
I know.
So I'm glad you're a later class, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to get in.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll get one.
It's a couple of lads for their chicken.
Huh?
At least the sun's coming out. It's 26. They didn't do anything savoury.
Mm-hmm. You getting one? What tickles your pickle?
I know it's starting to rain.
You're not going, oh, this is really good, I can really have some more, you like it. This is going to make me look
Carbs. Wow. Is it hitting the spot?
You know what? I don't care about it anymore.
Humphrey. Tom's on the jam protocol. Whee.
And that's just done, like that. Show day, finished, show weekend. I tried to get as much as I could of the show during the process, but afterwards I didn't get anything. Took a little video of us all getting a group photo, but yeah, other than that I didn't record what we did after, but essentially when we finished the show we walked out, took some pictures, walked over to Pepe's Chicken. Obviously I didn't get anything, but I had rice cakes and just a little bit of jam. Main reason being, I didn't have my jasmine rice that day, so I just had to compensate by getting some quick carbs in, just so I wasn't sat there with nothing. But yeah, it was good regardless. By the end of it, I was flagging, I was fucked, so I didn't record anything afterwards. But just a little roundup. Very happy with the showing, very happy with the presentation that we brought, very happy with how the peak went. It couldn't have gone any better, to be honest. The only thing we could have potentially done, which should have been a little bit more, should have been something that we definitely did, was eat the carbs a little bit earlier on before we stepped onto the stage. So we ate it about 25 minutes before we stepped on, but I do feel like we could have given it a little bit more time to digest, so probably an hour before. But yeah, that was my first ever client showing on stage, and I'm extremely proud of what we've been able to achieve. 34 kilos gone in the whole process, 34 kilos gone in 28 weeks. It's not easy to do, but if someone puts their trust into me, I will do absolutely everything in my power to make sure that they get the result. And there were times and there were decisions that I've had to make with Rahk to be able to get in there that I've never had to do with another client. I do with myself to be able to get myself into a certain shape, but accepting that the changes that I made were going to be fucking tough for him. Pushing a client that far was an experience for me that I needed, to be honest. Because realistically, I know I can get people amazing results. Rahk is proof of that. I just needed someone to be able to want to get into absolutely incredible shape and be able to push to the extreme that we had to, okay? I'm fucking proud of that. Fucking proud of that. Proud of what we've done. And proud of Rahk for the whole process. A man just stepped back into bodybuilding training, the bodybuilding lifestyle without even living it for before that, he'd never been lean. I think the lowest weight he'd ever got to in more recent times was about 101 kilos. On stage we was 78.6. The day of the show we was 78.6 kilos. From 112.2 kilos. It's crazy. But it just shows you what can be done when you go all in and what you can do if you just want something so bad. And what I say to people is sometimes is when things are hard and when things you don't necessarily enjoy the feeling of hunger when you're dieting. You don't necessarily enjoy doing the cardio. You don't necessarily enjoy doing the steps unless you walk outside to nice weather, but at the moment England is shit, so the weather's wank. So it's a chore, it's a task, it's not enjoyable. But the thing is, when you do something to change your physique, you're also doing a lot of other things as well. And like I mentioned in my previous video that you might not have seen if you haven't checked that out, I'm talking about how it just builds a level of resilience in you that you can carry over to every other aspect of your life, which is why I feel going all in for Rahk and for everyone else, for anyone else that wants to do that and wants to achieve something big and wants to transform how they feel about themselves. And I'm not saying you have to do a competition prep. It could be a photo shoot, but a photo shoot again is something it's an incredible tool to be able to use to be able to give you that focus. But anyway, we spoke about this in the last video, so check that one out in the back end of the video. But yeah, a very good experience for me, and I always wanted and always knew that I wanted to go down that route. I always knew that I wanted to go down that route with coaching. Transformation coaching, photo shoot preps, competition preps. Now competition preps for me are still going to be one of those where it's just going to be a time thing. It's going to be another client, potential client putting their trust into me, or someone that potentially is already with me that gets an amazing transformation and wants to take it to that level, then great, that will be what we do. But for someone else to be able to put their trust into me, I need more time on stage, or for people to come to me specifically for competition coaching or competition prep coaching, I need more time on stage myself and to get my name out there a little bit more. I understand that. I'm not fucking naive to that. Why would they go to my head right now is, why would they go to me for competition coaching when there are a wide array of competition prep coaches that have got more experience? But for me, the way that I see it is the level of support you're definitely going to get from me is going to be very different to what you'd experience with a lot of other prep coaches, and I can put fucking money on that. It's going to be the same whether you do a photo shoot prep, whether you just come to me for a lifestyle change. The support that you're going to get from me is what I pride myself on. You communicate well with me, you do the check-ins, you do the work, you literally do what I ask you to do, and also communicate when things aren't going your way, then we are going to get on like a fucking house on fire, and you are going to get an incredible result. And that's genuinely what I pride myself on. So yeah, for me in the future, that's exactly what it's going to be. It is going to be something that I pursue, something that I want more of, but I understand that's a time game. But for now, we step into the next phase for Raheem, which is just carefully reversing out. Now, he has got a holiday this week, which means obviously he's going to be relaxing, having a good time, enjoying food, but also we've already spoke about this again, which you would have seen. But then after that, we're going and stepping into the control reverse, where we are then going to be going into a gaining phase. But the first priority for Raheem is just to relax a little bit, but to show he's still got some sort of self-control, whilst food is going to have a bit more variety. But yeah, I couldn't be any happier with the weekend. I couldn't be any happier with the way coaching's going, to be honest. I've been doing this for 3 years now, and in terms of where some of the... I bring myself down a little bit sometimes with coaching, because I do see people coming into it and they've been in the game for about a year and they're doing better than me. But I also know there's other people that are at the top of the game that have been doing this for 10 plus years. The way that you got to see it is it's just a matter of time, effort, consistency. Some people do gain clients and gain traction quicker than others, and I'm not going to say that I've gained a massive amount of traction quickly. In 3 years, my online coaching isn't where I want it to be right now. I'm transparent about that. It's not. But I know the level of consistency that I put into what I do, content-wise, my own physique, and my own learning and education and development. I know it's only a matter of time. But if you've made it this far in the video, I appreciate you. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop it a like, drop the channel, subscribe, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next video.